Hello everyone, I'm Kafi and we are going to take a look at Florabelle, who could potentially be the next rate-up recruitment hero to be released on April 16, 2024. We are going to carefully break down her skills frame by frame based on a teaser video so that you can better understand Florabelle before its release and decide if you want to save up for her rate-up recruitment. If you want to skip to a particular skill analysis, please refer to the timestamps on the description below. Once she is fully released, we will do another analysis on her and what we got right or wrong. And before we continue, please drop a like and subscribe if you haven't. It's free and it will help us grow the channel so we can make more AFK journey content for you guys. Thank you and let's proceed. On her Overgrowth skill, we can notice that she casts a buff, particularly a life vamp and haste on her summon spear unit. There's an icon on the above summon unit that represents the buff. On her tiny Sharpshooter skill, if we take a look closely, she also casts a life bump and haste to the rear unit. And we can see the same buff icon above the head of the summoned unit. Afterwards, the unit shoots an AoE damage on the frontmost row of the enemy's side of the field, although we have yet to find out if the skill only hits the frontmost row, since they only showed 2 enemies. Now, I'm predicting that the allied heroes aside for the summoned unit would receive the same buff. Then she would be too OP on almost all of the team fights. On her ultimate skill, Pounding Blow, we can observe that Florabelle is on the enemy side of the field and then she summons a third unit that bashes the ground on the allied side of the field, covering a huge area. If we take a look closely at this enemy unit on the right, the enemy changed its position from here back to the enemy side, while having them staggered. I'm thinking that her ultimate could potentially be used to counter assassin heroes or heroes that have high mobility. This would make Florabelle extremely valuable. Now if we take a look at these 2 enemy heroes, they might not be launched probably because Florabelle is blocking this hero and Brutus has his skill active. That makes him invulnerable to CC effects. This would also mean that Florabelle might be weak against Brutus or warrior heroes who has CC immunity. We have to keep this in mind. The final few clips shows us a few battlefield strategies, and if we take a look on this part, we can observe that the rear unit is not around. Afterwards, on this particular part, her spear unit is on the enemy side of the field, to what possibly seems the beginning of the fight. This is important, and I'm thinking that Florabelle might summon a unit depending on her position on the battlefield. And these summons might show a particular indicator like what Rainer currently has. And we can see that her most common summoning position is 1 unit in front and 1 unit at the back. I'm thinking that if we placed a hero unit on these indicators, the summoned unit might pop up on the closest available space. Overall, I would say that Florabelle is an excellent unit to counter high mobility heroes, and if all of my predictions are true, then she is a definite must-have. That's about it, guys. If you want to know more about the main story quest and puzzles, you can click on the video to your left. Subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you on the next episode. Peace!